to be kidding me that Claressa Shields, the GWO, the top dog, the queen, has to go across the pond to call somebody out? No. Hey, yo, come on. Wynn Records, they embarrassing you, Claressa Shields? Huh? You ain't supposed to be moving like that. Wynn Records and Selena Promotion is supposed to be a gold mine. They're supposed to have a plethora of opponents waiting and knocking on your door. Huh? But the thing is, Wynn Records is not really a boxing entity. Selena Promotion doesn't have the money to sign a lot of women fighters. So there's no opponent out there for Claressa Shields. Thus, she should have signed with MVP where everybody else is at. I mean, Claressa Shields know that the biggest fight for her is Shadeja Green. She was calling out Michaela Mayer. She likes to diss Alicia Baumgarten and everybody else in MVP, but that's where the opponents is at. And that's where women boxing is being kept alive. Shout out to Nakisa, shout out to Jake Paul, shout out to Jordan Maldonado and Manny Serrano. You know what I'm saying? The pioneers of MVP. You feel me? I think that was a mistake for Claressa Shields that she's probably not going to admit it right now because she's probably so in love or in lust with her best friend, her being a side piece of Papoose, that I think she's going to regret in the long run that she should have signed with MVP, who we all know secured a ESPN deal, an American network, in which it could have been even better for Claressa Shields to be promoted in America. You feel me? Because let's be real, let's be honest. Shout out to The Zone. The Zone got all the promotional companies like Top Rank and Golden Boy Promotions and Matchroom Boxing. But the women are being marketed heavily in America. They got new money, new budget. You know what I'm saying? The worldwide leader in sport, ESPN. Can you imagine if Claressa Shields would have been? Because I'm gonna tell you like this, let's be real, let's be honest. As much as the character and the personality of Claressa Shields is toxic, but she's one of the greatest that ever laced them up. You know what I'm saying? She's one of the greats of our time. She is one of the top dogs. And I think that her being with MVP, they would have had a great marketing campaign for Claressa Shields. Claressa Shields and Jake Paul, come on. You don't have to go out there and look like a fool and being with a married man and going to interviews like The Breakfast Club, but they don't even talk about your boxing career. See, being with Wynn Records is like being in a circus. Being with Most Valuable Promotions, you in your queendom, you in your dome. You in your queendom. See, when you with Wynn Records and doing music, let's be honest. Claressa Shields' brand is looking like a joke. But when she's all in boxing, even though that her personality is but this is where she has her ultimate respect. She don't got no respect out there in the hip-hop culture, because let me tell you that I said it before. You can never overcome, you can never be liked more than the situation that Papoose had with Remy Ma, because that relationship was like hip-hop royalty. You feel me? The relationship. I'm not saying that Papoose is hip-hop royalty. I believe that Remy Ma is more hip-hop. I believe that she's a real legend. I think that Papoose is more of an underground New York City legend. But that was hip-hop royalty, in which many people respected their relationship. Many people respected Papoose. And matter of fact, Papoose now dealing with Claressa Shields, he's getting just like he never was before. And he's about to turn 50 in a year or so. You feel me? A man like that never got really disrespected. Nobody looked at him like a clown or nothing like that until he got with Claressa Shields. And Claressa Shields truly didn't look like a clown. She could look obnoxious, she could look delusional and stuff like that, but I'm talking about straight clownish and embarrassed, until she got into this friendship relationship with Papoose. So in the long run, she rather go into a circus than be in a queendom like MVP, that would have focused on her career, focus on her greatness, focus in marketing herself as one of the prestige athletes of all of sports. And as of late, ever since that she started dealing with Papoose, that has been in the back burner. That has not been the primary assessment or praise of Claressa Shields or criticism of Claressa Shields. It's been I do my music, the relationship, and my man. Hey, yo, put it this way: even when Claressa Shields had her ex did a wonderful job to stay out the way. You know, just being a support of his fiance at the time. Y'all remember when they threw that picture when they just bought a house together or whatever? It was respectable. People respected that. People respected that love and relationship from Claressa Shields. You know what I'm saying? Put it this way: even when her movie was coming out, that's when the relationship of her and Papoose, whatever y'all want to call it, you know what I'm saying, ramped up, and a lot of people was making fun of it to the point that people wasn't even in tune with her movie. It was bad timing. The brand took a hit. She traded in a queendom for a circus. Look at this past weekend. Again, she had to go out there to the UK to call out a welterweight that nobody knows. I mean, and put it this way. Let's put it like this. Claressa Shields. She got good numbers in Detroit. That's Detroit though. That's like you the man or you the girl in your block. But outside of your block, you go downtown, you go uptown, you go to another borough, you ain't nothing. You ain't shit. How about you do those numbers in Las Vegas and see if you really the GOAT? Let's see if you go to New York City like Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor and do those numbers. Let's see you go to Vegas and do that number with Lauren Price. You ain't gonna do nothing with it. Nothing. But if you was with ESPN and they'll promote you heavily over here, you know what I'm saying? Commercials and other sports and things like that, because a lot of people don't have the app DAZN. You know what I'm saying? And if you a female, how many females you know that got the DAZN app on their phone? How many females you know that subscribe to DAZN and paying $40 a month for DAZN? How many females? You don't got that. So MVP is moving great. And imagine if Claressa Shields would have signed with MVP around the same time that they locked in an ESPN deal. We all know that Katie Taylor's on her way out this year. Amanda Serrano stated in her tweet, you know, a couple of days ago that this is gonna be her last year. So at the end of the day, you was going to be the head of MVP, standing side by side with Jake Paul, just like Amanda Serrano was standing side by side. And look what they did when they was focused on Amanda Serrano. Look what they did for her career. Imagine the career that already Claressa Shields had, but with a marketing campaign, a true marketing campaign that could be supported and loved and liked. Not her trying to be a rapper and her promoted through that, you know what I'm saying, that chaos and toxic situation and basura music. Imagine what that partnership would have done to Claressa Shields. But her chasing a married man got her making a decision, making in what I feel an unfortunate decision. Sometimes these boxers they just go for the bonus money. But I believe that Claressa Shields, with a plan that MVP could have had for her, she would have made way more money, and respectable money at that, genuine money at that. I believe she said that $8 million. I believe that with the opponents that they got, with the marketing machine that they got right now, on top of the MVP, who's done a wonderful job. MVP has done a wonderful job. But on top of that, with ESPN's machine, Claressa Shields would have made that money anyway. They could have been promoting the Deja Green and Claressa Shields and stuff like that. Because think about it, probably the same amount of people that saw Claressa Shields versus Savannah Marshall out there in the UK saw Deja Green versus Savannah Marshall as well. There can't be a campaign of Shadeja Green and Claressa Shields because Claressa Shields is not with MVP. And the reason why they're going for Lauren Price, because Lauren Price is with Boxer. And Boxer has their partnership with MVP. I'm sorry, with the Zone. But it's not that exclusive like the other promoters, like a Matchroom Boxing and things of that nature. So Lauren Price, I don't even know why Boxer, Ben Shalom want to put Lauren Price with Claressa Shields. I mean, maybe it's to cash out. But are they going to cash out in America? They're going to cash out in America. Not America. Nobody knows Lauren Price. Nobody knows Lauren Price. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't even have a long career yet. Yeah, she's a good, very, very good fighter. But a welterweight that's being a weight bully. Look at Claressa Shields. She says she's going to 160 because, you know, none of these girls want to move up. I mean, the only people that wanted to fight me was 175, the heavyweights. Those heavyweights ain't want to fight you. Those heavyweights ain't even ranked like that. Which heavyweight was calling out Claressa Shields? Which heavyweight was calling out, oh my God, this heavyweight's calling out Claressa Shields and the big bad wolf. Come out and dare to be great up here. Claressa Shields, shut up. Claressa Shields says a lot of things because she knows there's a lot of people that don't know the sport of boxing. So she could hoodwink a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So she goes into the hip-hop community scene, you know what I'm saying? And she could say a lot of things and people won't fact check her because a lot of people don't know what's really going on in women boxing. So she could go to a Breakfast Club or other interview or other streamers or whatever and talk about boxing, but they don't really know about boxing. So they can't even fact check it. They can't even follow up with questions. Just like she said, oh, I could fight Lauren Price in the Breakfast Club, and they didn't even follow with a question. They didn't even know what the hell she was talking about. I think that she did a mistake. And she said, in conclusions of this video, she said that she will fight Shadeja Green, but only if they put Alicia Baumgartner versus Caroline Dubois on the co-main event. Well, man, you don't dictate nothing in MVP. You don't dictate nothing on MVP. And you think Alicia Baumgartner and Caroline Dubois is a co-main? You must be crazy. You must be crazy. You must be crazy. And that's what I mean. Look, already Dubois, she already downplaying you too. Or put her in my co-main event. Why would you want Caroline Dubois with Alicia Baumgartner on your co-main event? See, that's what I mean. See, right now she's acting like she's a fan of Caroline Dubois, and she's not a fan of Caroline Dubois. The thing is that Caroline Dubois respects her and she admires her, but she don't know her. Everybody that she gets close to, she burns their bridge. She's like Franchon Cruz de Jure, Amanda Serrano, Alicia Baumgartner, everybody, because her support of Caroline Dubois is not genuine. If you think that Alicia Baumgartner versus Caroline Dubois is a co-main of you and Shadeja Green, no. Shadeja Green and Claressa Shields is a main event. But Alicia Baumgartner and Caroline Dubois, they'll probably sell out an arena in the UK. We can't say the same thing with Shadeja Green, with Claressa Shields and Shadeja Green. Maybe in Michigan. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a big fight. It'll be one of the biggest fights in women boxing. But to downplay or to put Alicia Baumgartner and Caroline Dubois in the co, you must be crazy. That's a main event fight. And that's what I mean. That's a main event fight. That's just as good or probably more good or better. It's just as good. It's just as good. I ain't gonna say that much better, but in the end of the I think there's gonna be a fire fight. Let me know what y'all think, man. This is Punch on Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself. Love you, God bless, and on to the next.